start off with a moisturized and SPF'd face, and the first product I'm going to use is a primer. People tend to get a little bit more oily in the summer, so I'm going to use a very mattifying one. And yup, I'm still using Tarte's Amazonian Clay. It's literally my favorite foundation after all these years because it blends in seamlessly, it's a great color match for me, and I personally like the mousse-like texture. And after blending, you know the drill, you gotta seal everything in. I'm using Rimmel's Stay Matte Powder, and I'm going to gently pat it across the face. Next up is my least favorite part, the brows, and I'm just gonna draw my eyebrows in. I start at the base and sketch out where I want my brows to begin, and then gradually fill them into a straight brow shape. I use the spoolie at the end to blend it in. I think I'm actually thinking about getting my brows tattooed, but I'm still on the fence because I don't have any tattoos to begin with, and it feels weird thinking that my first potential tattoo would be my brows. If any of you have gotten your brows tattooed, let me know what your experience was like. Help a girl out. I'm jumping right into NYX's Jumbo Eye Stick in Yogurt, and I'm going to apply it all over the lid. I stopped using an eyeshadow primer because there really wasn't a point for me because my lids don't get oily whatsoever. Then I'm using Lorax palette and getting this cream shimmer called Unlocked, and I'm going to apply it onto my inner corners, and my eyes just look brighter and pop more after I do this step. Then I grab a bit of Unpredictable, which looks like a rose gold in the pan, but when you apply it in the eye, it just comes out to this really beautiful warm gold. So yeah, I guess the name is pretty fitting. Our last color is going to be Unwind, which is what we're going to pop onto the outer corner of the eyes. I'm using my trusty fluffy brush and then using it onto my outer third. I find that this adds a bit of subtle dimension and rounds out this glowy eye look. I want to define my eyes a little bit more, so I'm getting Ico's liquid liner in Mocha and drawing in a low cat eye. It's not as perky as a normal one, so if anything, we're just kind of extending the eye lines so they look a little bit bigger and wider. Give your lashes a good squeeze. I'm using Shuamura's curler, which I think works best for Asian eyelids. And then I'm going in with Lancome's Seals Booster. And I always apply this onto my little lashes because they definitely plump them up a lot more and make my lashes a bit longer. So as we wait for that product to dry, I'm going to work on chiseling the cheekbones. And with a dense brush, I'm going to apply this product by doing a mixture of little circles and some general sweeping motions to narrow down my sides. It's time for blush now, and I'm using this orange/corally shade in this trio, and it looks crazy in the pan, but when you apply it, it's very natural and adds the perfect hint of sun-kissed orange. I'm going to finish off the cheeks with my favorite highlighter. I'm going to sweep it onto the highest point of my cheeks and then a little bit on the nose for a dewy and fresh look. And by now, the primer should have dried, so I'm using my favorite mascara and applying it onto my bottom lashes first. I love using a waterproof mascara because it holds a curl a lot better, and it doesn't transfer onto my bottom lids, which is important when the weather is warm. I'm going to pop on some of that same highlighter that we used on the cheeks to the brow bone because I forgot earlier. And you can be finished here if you want, but I'm going to go that extra mile and put on some falsies. These are Ardell's Demi Wispies, and I'm going to grab them out using some tweezers and then apply a lash glue onto the band and wait around 30 seconds for the glue to get a little bit tacky so it applies a little bit better, and then using the tweezers, pop them onto your natural lashes. And don't worry if it gets a little bit messy, just wipe it off and proceed. I'm going in with my curler and gently squeezing the lashes onto my natural ones, and it's just going to fuse them all together so they're just one big long lash. I think putting on falsies is kind of daunting at first, but once you do it over and over again, it becomes a lot simpler. For my base, I'm going to go for a very natural nude shade by Bite, and I'm going to apply it all over the lips. And you can leave it like this, but I'm going to go for a fun creamy orange shade. It just leaves your lips looking really juicy, and now you're done with the look. I'm probably going to be wearing this whenever I have to be a little bit more glammed up. This is a really great summer look because it doesn't come off too heavy or intense, but you'll just look really fresh, dewy, and sun-kissed. I hope you enjoyed this makeup video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!